Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, you look like somebody who's not. Why are you spraying in all directions?
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Wow. I guess Byakuya can just kind of come in.
Straight up again?
Byakuya can apparently do that now.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Yep.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean... Oh.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Whose fault line is it anyway?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and he just
Well
got it.
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought sure you'd have some words for Hero on that.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't? Huh. It also means that I was wrong about something. If she was moving around, then those two attacks were not post-mortem assassination attempts, like I suspected. That means even the one thing I thought I got right was wrong. I'm still at least figuring it out.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? Don't kill Sakura is it because of the state of her body? I guess it might be because of
I
her
was just
position.
sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Yep. But that's not where we found her body! But was she already poisoned at that point?
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
And that has to be it. There's some proof there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Blood? Huh. It says she'd been puking blood. I thought she puked in here, but maybe that's not the case.
I got it!
Huh.
Sakura
Was she already weakened then
definitely
before she
attacked
showed
in
up
front
there?
of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Oh yes, I'm sure Toko could lift Sakura.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
Hina? No. Okay, interesting.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, we already cleared that that could not have happened.
While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the log is because...
I got
It
it!
has to be that.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Please stop looking adorable. It's not befitting of you.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
I guess thanks for the help, Byakuya. God, that hurts to say. It's not a possible explanation, maybe it's...
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
If there's one place I'm not finding clue, it would have to be written in here.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Wait, is it this? Nope.
Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to...
There, it's because it was written in the Monokuma file. She probably reviewed all the evidence before this, but yeah, of course, it says
According
it
to
did.
the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yeah, that's doy.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
So she didn't puke in there, as I assume.
Well, I mean... maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Like what, biting her tongue?
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Being poisoned?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Oh, you're such a fucking jackass!
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Why isn't it possible?
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can... explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Who you are planning on killing, according to your own information?
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle poison Bjerke just showed us. I'm sure no way got it. It was the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. It was filed under Section A for some
I got
reason.
it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Who believe my eyes? Bjerke put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked when we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as it was the most natural thing in the world, Bjerke was calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Did people switch around the poison?
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Bjerke took a bottle from Bjerke and scraped out a bit of the content on one finger. Tossed the finger to her tongue.
This is... it's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Into the protein bottle. Bottle poison was actually filled with protein powder, meaning that conversely the poison must have been in. Could it be? Oh dear. Maybe the labels were switched around. I need an R. R. And a T. And an E. And an N. Drink. It's drink, I'm sure. Yes, but I need an I. And an A. Oh, move up. Sakura's protein drink!
Understand?